Hello and welcome to NSK's PV Power Hour for September 16th, 2017. My name is Yoshi. This is a podcast about Japanese idols brought to you by newscoolkaidan.com. And I am joined, as always, by Charlie Draco Cowden. What's up?
Yup. Uh, Nothing.
Yep, same. We missed the show last week because Chase and I were trying to run from the hurricane that affected Florida and other parts of southern United States
America.
and the
Oops.
Caribbean.
Yeah.
So I didn't have. I had electricity, but I had no internet, no access to internet whatsoever. So couldn't really do the show. Well, I had internet up to the point we could have done the show, but my lights were going on and off. So we decided not to do it. Just probably a bad idea. So yeah, we're back. Sorry about missing last week, but good thing is we got some stuff to talk about that came out in the past 2 weeks. So let's get started. First up, Zenbu Kimi no Seida, Mudai Gasho, uh, our favorite group with pink blushing underneath their eyes, so they look like they've been crying because they're a group about being mentally unstable.
They play the part well.
Yeah, I guess, but I'm that look is super unsettling now to me. It was kind of funny for their concept is they're yami, they're yanderu, they're fucking mentally unstable or whatever. But now it's just I don't think it's necessary. The members they're good looking members, but the pink is just completely pointless to me now.
Mm. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really do anything for me. They look psychotic enough without it.
Yeah, I think it's just distracting at this point. So, uh, some people might be familiar with a lot of their work. The song is a single they released a year ago, but the PV was animated, and they never did like a live version PV, and this is a live human PV with the members in it.
Ah,
Yeah, so as soon as I heard the song, I was like, I'm pretty sure I've heard of this goddamn song because I liked it. So, yeah, I remember listening to it. I remember talking about it on the show. So, this is for their album, and they decided to re-release the song as a PV.
wow. That's a really heavy album title there.
Oh,
Egoistic.
yeah. I mean, just put three random words together and make an edgy sounding album title, and they
Yeah.
did it. So
I'm not even sure egoistic is a word.
I maybe
So
I don't know. I've heard of egotistical, but yeah,
yeah, egotistical, but that I don't think that's I think that's
egoistic.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's a word, but uh, Japan has a really big fascination with the word egotist or ego because Japan's all about showing that you're humble and not cocky. So they have this
Mhm.
fascination about the word ego because it's counterintuitive to the culture. I think
Apparently, it is a real word.
egoistic. That
Yeah,
sounds like a weird ass. That doesn't. I've never heard anyone say that word. So,
it's an adjective.
uh, that's an egoistic person.
Hmm.
Can't you just say that he's an egotistical person? Or is that not correct? That's how I've always heard
I
that word as an adjective
I
or
don't
a
know.
noun.
It's let's see.
I've heard he's egotistical or he's an egotistical person. Or maybe I've always been using it incorrectly. Maybe I'm supposed to say he's an egoistic person.
No, apparently you can be egoistic without being egotistic.
So it's a different word.
Yeah.
Ugh,
Egotistic is a form of self-delusion rather than a particular way of looking at the world, according to this.
God, God damn it. So this PV is supposed to be a Seishun PV. The members of Zenbu Kimi Seida are
Mm.
wearing sailor outfits, so they're in high school or whatever, and they have some sort of friendship bond, and there's actually no actual drama as to why
Yeah.
their friendship will be in danger, but at the end they're like, "Yeah, we're friends, dude." So,
Yep.
and it's surprisingly not dark
It's
considering,
sexual.
yeah, what Zenbu Kiminoseta has
Mm.
always done. Their PVs are always in like a dark location, whether it's a set or outside at night. But yeah, this is a very bright looking PV. It's shot pretty nicely. There's a weird tint to it, which is never appreciated by anyone here talking on this podcast. But it's pretty okay. That school doesn't look very clean, but whatever.
Mm. I've seen worse.
Yeah, but that's a pretty decently old school,
Yeah.
which maybe is what they were going for. But
Yeah, maybe.
yeah, and the members
Yeah,
are
and
dressed in their colorful shit, so it's really weird when they're not in their sailor outfits.
yeah, Green looks like a clown or something.
Yeah.
I don't like her shirt. The whole, I don't know what you'd call that, but I don't like that top.
Yeah, I don't like any of these outfits at all. But what I appreciate about this PV is that I can sort of finally see all the members' faces. I feel like every other PV I've seen by them has been very darkly lit, so I can't really make out their facial features.
Yeah,
So this is a welcome, not change, because I doubt they're going to go down this path all that often, but this is a
yeah.
welcome, different take, seeing them in a bright light. And I can tell that all four members are very good looking girls, so that's very much appreciated. And this is where I can go down the road of picking an Oshiman at some point, but yeah, that's a whole nother story because I'm not super into
Mm,
their music.
yeah. I'm not sure I could ever pick an Oshi out of this group.
Yeah,
I'm not into them enough to really
right.
go
And
that
then
far.
it's like when, gun to my head, I'll pick someone, but you can't force me to listen to this music. It just
Yeah,
doesn't do it for me. It's the
yeah,
it's like that Yudomerumo lazy singing style falsetto voice that I don't think really works with up tempo hard rock.
yeah, yeah.
So
Um, no, I had to really listen to this song because the first couple times I listened to it, well, I discovered my headphones suck. They they don't mix. They don't reproduce the highs very well.
mhm.
So I'm wondering how much of the last few weeks where I've said that the vocals sound mixed too low have
Mhm.
been because of my headphones.
So are they just
Because that's
broken?
what. No, it's just the way they reproduce the sound.
Mm, weird.
If I put my triple fives in, it sounds a whole lot better.
That's
A
good.
little less bassy, but yeah, I had to listen to this one about 4 times with different settings to actually like figure out what was going on,
All right. Anything
and
else on this?
actually
I don't want to
able
get
to
bogged
judge
down
it.
too much.
No, no, this is I I enjoyed this one, but I think it's not for me.
All right. Rate it.
Um, I think I'll give the The PV, I don't even know, because it's just not for me. Well, there's no real elements of story to it. I think I'll give the PV a 75. Uh,
That's a pretty good score.
yeah, yeah, about 75. That's that's in the middle. It's all right. It's well shot for what it is. The song, I think I'll give it about a 78. It's an all right song.
I'll give the PV a 68. I think it's shot okay. I don't like the filtering, and there's no real intrigue to the PV. There's nothing at stake. Um, their outfits,
Yeah.
they look completely out of place on that dilapidated rooftop. It's yeah, it just doesn't do it for me. There's no intrigue whatsoever. So at least the members look good. That's a positive.
Yeah.
That's Zenbu Kimi no Seida Mudai Gasho. I like the song. I like the song a lot, or a decent amount. Next up, Zenbu Kimi no Seida again. The song's called Dokuhakuen or Hitori Goto Garden.
Oh yeah. I want to try dragon fruit.
Oh, is that what it is?
One of them, yeah. The white and black fruit is
Yeah,
dragon fruit.
that looks really gnarly.
Yeah, it's got the pink like really gnarly outside.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. It was, but wasn't sure.
Yeah.
So, this is a set PV through and through. There's no external location. They just have a big ass, it's not a big ass set, but they have a set, a dining table, some
It
furniture.
looks big.
It looks fairly big, but then again, it might not be. It looks fairly contained.
They use a lot of different set pieces to make it look big.
Right, right. They just set it up separately. Each set
Yeah.
itself might not be that big, but because they're able to show multiple kinds of sets, it looks bigger than it actually is, I think. There's some depth
Yeah.
to the background. I like how the band members, not that they're members of the group, they're not all just shoved in the back and completely pointless. The
Yeah.
guitar and bass are farther up front than they usually tend to be in a PV like this. So there's actual depth. The drummer is all the way in the back, and there's a dude with a mask on in the back dancing and doing shit.
You you want to call it that? You want to call it dancing?
Yeah,
Is
he
the
just
drummer female?
I don't know. I don't think they
The,
show them
the
enough.
yeah, there's one shot with when they're all frozen that you get a good shot of the drummer and it looks like it's a female, but I can't be sure.
Hmm.
Which would be cool if it was.
Yeah. So there's some sort of concept with the fruits. It's not necessarily clear in the title of the song, but they're eating fruits, like you mentioned, like the dragon fruit, apple, a papaya, um, and some other
Pineapple.
fruits. And in the middle of the PV, the members just pause for some reason. Don't know exactly why they pause. It just the time stops in the world they live in, and this
Yeah.
lady covered in white, what do you call it? Hood,
Yeah. Like
smiles and appears, and then they inject some
yeah.
sort of green liquid into their fruits,
Yep.
and they sort of die, but then get revived at the end. I don't get it.
Yeah, well, I can tell if they died or if they collapsed and just got like passed out or what.
Right, but they woke up at the end. Like the last second
Yeah,
in the PV, they just snap and they open their eyes, and they don't really say why or how.
no, there's no explanation in this.
Yeah, I think it would have
At
been
least
better if
as
they
far
just
as the
died.
PV is concerned.
Yeah. It would have been better
Yeah,
if they just
I
died
mean,
and just it ended. That would have been fine.
yeah, but then you got the question of why were they killed?
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah,
They weren't
who's the woman in white?
they weren't committing a crime. They were just eating fruits, and then their world stopped, and this lady killed them,
Yeah,
and
it's
they
just
revived or something. I don't know.
it's weird. There's a lot of story elements missing in this.
Right. And even if
That
it did make sense, I don't know if it would be that much better.
yeah, probably not.
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah.
About all I could say out of watching these two videos is that the girl with the white hair is pretty cute.
I would say they're all
She's way
pretty
too
cute.
psychotic for me though.
I mean, they're all
Eh,
psycho looking. They're all cute to me.
I don't know. I don't find the one with the black hair all that cute,
Yeah,
but
Black is a number 4 for sure for me.
yeah,
I think we can both agree on that. But I like the blonde. I like the brown hair girl. I like the pink hair girl. Black is an
the one
acquired
with the white
taste.
hair. Yeah, the one with the white hair. She just I don't know. She looks really adorable, but she's like way too psychotic.
Right, and that I think that's she matches the concept of the group, right? I think it makes sense. She just has
Yeah.
that crazy look in her eye. I mean, her colored
Yep.
contacts don't help, but she looks she just has this dead stare of a person who just snapped. So,
Yeah.
which is
Yep.
makes sense. Yeah, and
Yeah. I do not understand what's going on because the guys in the background that are serving them like whisper in their ear and
yeah,
then they make weird faces and
there it's not a PV meant to be understood. They're
no I think to understand it you have to have lost it.
yeah, you have to be in their state of mind of psychotic minds.
Psychosis.
Yeah. So the song is, your typical synth keyboard infused hard rock, alternative rock,
I
if you
think I
will.
like this one better.
I think this song definitely has more punch to it. I agree with you,
Yeah, I think I like this song better.
but I don't know if I don't think this song's catchier though. Like I
Mm,
can think of the
it
melody from
it
the
is for me.
I can't hum the song. I don't have anything to latch onto.
Hmm.
Previous song I know how that chorus goes. I can hum it. But this one I don't know what to hum. There's no distinguishable melody for me.
Yeah, I don't know. I think I definitely like this song more.
I like the
It
energy. I like
feels
the inclusion of rap metal kind of. The sort of rap reminds me of like
yeah.
Linkin Park Limp Bizkit-ish stuff. That's kind of cool, I guess.
No,
But
I like the mood of it too more. I think
yeah.
the feel
Yeah,
of
I,
it.
I like the feel too, but I just don't think it's catchy. Where's the hook?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think there's a hook. That's why I don't like this song. I like songs with a hook. I don't think it's a bad song, but it's not a hook song for me.
Maybe I don't need the hook
Yeah, I
because I really like this
I
one
can't
better
listen
than
to
the first
music
two.
without a hook. It's just that's my biggest pet peeve.
Yeah.
Not into it.
No, I definitely like this one better. I, I like the vocal work better in this one too.
Yeah,
It
I think it's a little better.
yeah, I would definitely say the vocals are better.
It's more varied. There's like the rapping part and stuff, so
Yeah. Yeah, they still got that falsetto
yeah,
whisper quality.
that's never gonna go away. That
But
just happens because the
yeah,
song's in too high of a key for them.
well, and I think that's part of their whole concept too. That's what they go
Probably.
for.
Yeah.
So, so yeah, I enjoyed this one.
All right. Anything else?
No.
All right. Rate it.
Um. Actually, no. I think I like this PV a little more. I'll give this PV a 77.
Yeah, this PV is way more interesting.
Yeah. The song I'll give an 80.
I'll give the PV a 76. It shot okay. I like the weird fruit stuff. The members look good, but once again, they like to use this weird filter that makes everything kind of blurry or something. I don't know. Every just doesn't look sharp. They have this weird tint to their videos that I'm not a big fan of. Without that, it would be much more enjoyable. And I think the black background's kind of cheap looking. Song, I'll give a 75. I like the instrumentals are okay. I could always do without the synth keyboard. Um, I just wish there was a hook. I like the energy. I like that there's rap portions, but I don't really hear a hook. It's not catchy. I'm sure some people are like, "It's music's not supposed to be catchy." Well, I mean, music is supposed to have a distinguishable melody. The song doesn't have it for me, so fucking whatever. That's Zenbu Kimi no Seida Dokukaku En. Next up, hey, is Kenny here? Because he's missing, right? He's not here.
Yes.
No,
Yes, he is.
no, he's not.
No, no. I mean, he's missing.
Yeah, he is missing. But Babyraids Japan, they are there. Bokura wa koko ni iru. We are here.
Coconut is
Yeah, they're fucking there, man. They are here. Instead of missing, they are here. So, Babyraids Japan's like, we're fucking here, dude. We're here to sing in front of clocks.
it went over your head.
What?
Coconut is
I don't know what you're talking
Morning, Miss May.
about. Oh, no. Yes, now I know. Thank you. So Babyraids Japan, this is a more of a more mature approach. They tend to do the goofy stuff, but this is very clean, polished. The locations look like something Avex would use, Western-looking chandeliers
Yeah.
and Western-looking clocks, brick houses, brick pillars, and marble or whatever white stone staircases, stairwells, whatever you want to call that shit. Ramps, yeah. So what a fucking plain PV this is. That's all it is.
Yeah. So it's primarily them in a white room
Yeah.
dancing.
And there's Japan filter on top. As if this
Yep.
PV needed to have the color sucked out already. Because everything's either white or freaking brown.
You know, I've started to wonder if it's actually a filter or if they just have the aperture on their camera set too high.
Maybe.
Uh,
Maybe it's the lighting. I don't know. But that shit sucks.
ISO. Yeah. No, yeah, that definitely sucks.
And there's no... In PVs, in general, there's always the shots of members, not singing at all and looking sad or looking happy or playing around using props. There's nothing here. Like, nothing.
Yep.
The entire time. It's the members posing in front of a clock or a pillar and singing and mouthing the lyrics. There's nothing else.
There's like 1 or 2, 3 or 4 second long spots where they're not singing.
Right.
But
and that's 3 or 4 seconds out of a 3.5 minute PV that we're watching.
There's no lyrics at that point in the song, period,
right.
anyway.
Right. There's no singing.
Yeah. So it's just a flash shot of the 5 girls in a row.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
each.
I what? I thought
Yeah,
Baby Raids their concept was fuck shit up. Like they're supposed to be like pirates but idols. That's what their tagline when they first formed was we're here to fuck shit up. We're here to pillage, destroy and loot and kill and what the fuck?
yeah. Where's the baseball bat to take to those clocks?
There's and they're wearing like jewelry and shit. They all look fancy. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
those
not saying they're
outfits.
wearing dresses, but that's a really fancy looking idol outfit.
Those outfits are freaking terrible.
They're like there's an
They're,
excessive amount of gold chaining going on.
yeah, especially on what's her name's um,
Manatsu?
the center. Yeah, the center girl.
Yeah, that's Manatsu. Wait, Monica? Hayashi Manatsu? I think it's Manatsu. Um, it, it looks like they're baby raids going to a ball, but the ball is empty and no one else is there.
Yeah. Yep.
What a empty, soulless, lacking in any sort of personality, intrigue,
Yep.
just plain.
Yeah. God, I really don't like those outfits. There's way too much gold on them,
I just
and even then, it's just. Ugh.
I think you can take out
I'm
some of
not.
the gold and make it look okay. I think the thing that bothers me more is that wool, white, black woven pattern.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's like they raided a closet of a woman that lives in New York City in her 50s and ripped her clothing up.
Yeah. 'Cause I mean, it's very typical styling as far as the outfits are styled
Right.
for baby rates.
Right. The style, the shape, the stylings are absolutely baby raids. It's just
Yeah.
that they bedazzled it with fake gold and shitty wool weaving.
It's almost like silver weaved in it or something.
Yeah.
Uh,
It I like the idea. I like the chain part, but the gold is way too much. I think it would have been fine if it was silver
yeah.
or
Yeah.
any other color.
Maybe.
But I mean, I think the gold does make sense. The chandelier's gold. A lot of the background shots are like brown red bricks, so it sort of blends okay.
Yeah, but I don't care if it doesn't look good.
Yeah, it
So
it's not. This PV is not good at all. It's so boring.
yep.
So boring for a group that's supposed to have a decent budget, a major debut, Pony Canyon. What the fuck? They spent all their money on
Yeah,
the
and they're
location. That's it, and the outfits.
yeah. I mean, and they're on Does Pro too, which is not a small company.
No, it's not. This is what the fuck, dude. What a boring ass PV. Uh,
Yeah,
let's talk
I can't
about.
even say I can't say
Huh?
the song's any better.
No, I. The song is as plain and boring as the PV.
Yeah, it's
It still has that kick. It still has that punk-ish energy, but they made it a little softer, a little bit more emo. But the driving drums is there. It's fast, up tempo, like typical Baby Raids. But I think they went for like this powerful anthemic approach, but I don't really feel it. I don't think the hook is there. It's not catchy.
yeah, yeah. I don't feel. I don't know. I don't feel the passion in this one. I don't feel the emotion in it. With the way some of them are singing is kind of sad.
Yeah,
Um,
it's
at least they have improved their singing
right. I mean,
over the years.
really, only two people could sing from the start, You know, Manatsu and Rikako were basically the only two that could sing. Rio sounds better here. She gets like a solo line, and she sounds okay. I just don't expect her to do like a diva style solo.
Yeah. Is Rikaka the one with the hat?
She's the one with the twin tails.
Oh. Because the one with the hat gets an awful lot of lines in this song.
She does the rapping too. That's now.
Yeah.
She's she wasn't very good either originally singing wise. So
I guess
yeah,
all that criticism and hate they got really worked out for him because they have
hate.
improved a lot.
Do they really get hate?
Oh yeah. Oh,
Really?
yeah. Yeah.
Jeez.
Babyraids got a lot of hate on 2chan and some of the other stuff.
Let me produce them. I'll turn them around. I'll make them more interesting than this. That's for sure.
Well, it wasn't even that they got the hate for. It was the actual members. It's like this one's not cute. This one can't sing. This one can't dance.
Okay,
Yeah.
one thing I'll say about Baby you can say that one can't dance, that one can't sing. A lot of that goes to Watanabe Rio. She doesn't look like she tries ever in anything. But one thing you can't say is that they're not cute. Baby Ray's has a very good like cute to ugly ratio, if you will. I mean, it helps that they're only like a five
Yeah.
person group, but like everyone is not like completely uggo, right? Because
Nah, they're
you see
fun.
all these other groups with like 10 members. There's like two uggos in the group, or two people you're like, I don't know if they belong in the group, kind of thing. You know?
Kind of like
I don't
Zenbu.
want to. I don't want to mention any names. I'm not about to create some hate.
I will.
Oh God. Rayo Rayo brings up in chat BRJ. So they're releasing a mini album called the BRJ, and I was like, what the fuck is BRJ? Is that like short for Bro Job or what the fuck? It's short for Baby Raids
Babyraids
Japan.
Japan.
It's so stupid. The first thing I thought of was Bro
Uh,
Job, and I was like, oh, that's not right. That can't be. Then I thought about it, and it was Baby Raids Japan, of course. So, anything else on
I
this?
he said that, and I didn't even make a connection to what we were watching. So
Yeah, I was reading the about
yeah,
section. I was like, BRJ, what the fuck?
I,
Rate it,
this
dude.
song just feels way too standard for
Yep.
idol pop. I'll give the PV. I'm gonna give the PV a 67. It's. I'm not even sure it deserves that high. This song I'll give a 73.
I'll give the PV a 55. It's shot okay. There's a weird Japan filter on top. Locations are interesting looking, but nothing about that says Baby Raids. Baby Raids is supposed to be, you know, a fuck shit up group. What are they doing in a fancy ass like Avex location? That's fucking stupid. That's ridiculous. And there's no intrigue. They don't do anything. They just sing in front of the building and clocks and shit. Song I'll give a 67. It's got good energy. It's up tempo. It's punchy. It's got that punk attitude that Baby Raids does, but I don't think it's catchy at all. I don't think there's a hook, so it's not my thing. All right, that's Baby Raids Japan.
I,
Bokura Koko ni Iru.
I don't know about the whole destroy thing because they haven't done that for well
But
since what, like the third single.
that's what they were created on, though. That's what
Yeah.
Kikuchiami was like. Oh, I want to make a group, and I want them to be about pillaging and destroying shit and fucking the idol scene up. And then Bis did it better.
Oh yeah, I forgot that this was the group Kikuchiyami made.
Yes, they're all under
Ah,
La Pro agency, and she's like, I want baby raid. I'm naming them baby raids because they're cute like babies, but they raid and pillage, and they're like pirates and fucking Vikings and shit, man. And no, they're not. Especially after that PV.
not.
Next up, Devil ID Signal. This is your shit, right?
Um, I don't like the video. I can tell you that.
Why don't you like the video?
Well, because it's the freaking cell phone video.
Right. Okay. So my only issue with this PV is that it is a cell phone video. So the way I ingest idle PVs is watching them on my widescreen monitor, and this
Yeah.
PV is meant to be watched on a cell phone screen. So you're supposed to watch it in portrait orientation. So I
Hmm.
don't I don't enjoy watching portrait oriented video on where I mainly watch video.
On a PC.
Yeah, whether
Yeah.
it's
If it
tablet, PC,
was
whatever.
well, if it was on a tablet or a phone, it wouldn't be so bad
Yeah,
because
but
then it would
who
fit the screen.
who watches, videos on a tablet holding their tablet like this, like portrait orientation? Everyone if you're watching stuff, if you're surfing the web on a tablet, you have it sideways in landscape mode.
Yeah.
So it doesn't make
Yep.
sense. It's only for people who are, holding their phones like this. And even then, if you're watching a video on your phone and you full screen it, you turn that phone and put it in landscape mode. So
Yeah.
I mean, I had the same issue with Lyrical School's Run Run Run. I think it was called
Yeah.
Run Run Run. And it was entire PV based on like the phone UI. I think it was incredibly well done, like
Yeah.
the best thing I've seen in that style. But I don't find enjoyment watching it on a PC.
Yeah. No, no, I agree. The problem I have is I actually have been watching some other stuff by them, and there was an interview show they did where they actually had uh, a bit of a preview for the PV, and it was full screen. And the way they pulled it off was that they made it three panels. So like seems like the outdoor shots where it's just a member, there would be three copies of that scene that
And it
took up
fills
the
it
full
out.
screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dance shots, the dance shots were never split. That's one scene.
Right.
It's just that where the camera's pointed at.
Mm-hmm.
Well, in the full screen, you can see all three members dancing at once, not just one.
Mm-hmm.
And that I didn't mind so much. But yeah, I don't like this. Um, and I can't remember if it was in the comments or where I was reading it, but I also go for the dancing,
Right.
and
Yeah, you don't see much of it.
you're a minute or so in before you see uh, the girls themselves actually dancing.
Right.
So yeah, I don't care for the PV all that much. It's well done,
It's
and
extremely well done.
it's got an interesting concept to it.
Right. The
But
PV starts with, video game apps, not video gaming apps, and then it goes into line messaging, texting, and then it goes into what you were saying with the performance shot.
yeah,
And
and
it's
there's also
extremely well done.
some comic book shots in there.
Right, right. Yeah, there's like
Um,
reading a manga or something.
I was looking over their website, I think it was, and they have a little blurb on there about Devil No ID is actually shortened from Devil No Idea, and the whole concept behind the group is to have various forms of media that they are a part of, so manga and video games and whatnot.
That makes sense.
So
They've done like a PV in that styling.
yeah,
They did the 2D cartoon one. That was their debut one,
yeah.
right? Or was it their second one? I forget.
Uh, well, their debut one was Eve, the one with the paint,
Right,
the
right.
glow
That
in the
that
dark
was the
paint.
thing I remember specifically about Eve. But there was that PV where it was all cartoon. I think that might have been their second
Uh,
PV.
yeah, it might have been.
So
Um, but they also used a lot of the same assets from the first two videos in this one.
right.
The monsters that they're fighting in the video games are all from the first one,
Right.
from Eve, and the outfits and stuff, or the character designs are all from Eve.
Yeah, I think that's
Or well,
okay.
not all of them. There's a couple that are from the second song.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's fine. I mean,
Yeah,
they still
yeah,
have new
no,
outfits in this. They have, they
yeah,
look like late 80s hip hop
yeah.
salt and pepper looking people
Hmm. Yeah,
or
yeah, they definitely look
crisscross.
like yeah, yeah,
So,
Milli Vanilli.
yeah, yeah, Milli Vanilli for
Uh,
sure with the braids.
I'm
Uh
still kind of, I still have to wonder if Hana and Mion aren't related.
the two shorter members.
Yeah, well, Karen's the front member. She's the center.
Right. The older one,
Yeah,
I'm assuming.
uh,
She's the biggest. The other two are
yeah, I
small.
think she's. Yeah,
That's why it's really hard to dump the idea of baby metal when I think about them because every promotional shot is the tall one in the middle wearing very similar hair to um
nah,
I think Suzuka has similar hair. The shoulder pad thing that Suzuka wears similar in that cartoon stylings that they do for Devil No ID. It's uncanny.
mm, nah, I don't know. I don't get that feel from at all. And maybe it's more than just the difference in music style,
No, if you look at the cartoon image, it looks like they
but
just basically copied fucking go to like 3 minute. Go to the 3 minute mark. They do the thing called Dead Nippon Island. And look at what they're wearing. Look
yeah.
at how they style their hair. That's fucking baby metal. Tall one in the middle, two short ones on the side. That looks like baby metal. Not
Uh,
Devil No ID. But I mean, that's not a negative. I just think it catches my eye from time to time. I'm like, oh,
yeah.
that looks like baby metal.
Yeah, I never really thought about it.
That
So,
was the first thing I noticed when I first saw their PB. It was the same thing. I was like, oh, that's very similar in terms of outfit shape and hairstyling to baby metals. Okay, that's cool, I guess.
yeah, I don't know. I didn't see that. I understand where you're coming from. I just didn't catch that when I first
Yeah, I mean it's weird because
the many times I
in
watched
real
it.
life that's not what they look like. That's not what they do. Their
No,
hair and outfits are completely different from that. So I don't understand
yeah.
why they made them look like baby metal in the cartoon drawings.
Mm. Yeah, I don't know that they really did because I mean
I any
the
quality checker
pom
with half a brain would have seen it, man.
I don't know the pom poms in the hair and stuff really baby,
Yeah, I would think
but
so.
I definitely
Similar.
get that.
Uh, you have anything else on the video?
Um, no.
Okay. Song.
Uh, I don't like it as much as my my
Mm-hmm.
uh, um, it it doesn't have that. It doesn't have the flow, the feel, the that kind of laid back jive to it that I really liked from the other song for this signal.
Yeah, I think the song
B
has
side.
a very extreme high and low, so maybe the song didn't flow
Yeah,
very well for you.
yeah,
I can.
yeah. I would agree with that. It starts out pretty low and then it definitely kicks up in the middle bit.
I
Um,
love the chorus. It's extremely catchy. Like
yeah,
that's hella
yeah,
catchy. It's really good, but it just goes into it. It doesn't really build. EDM pop tends to have that fast snare drum beat that goes into the drop and then into the chorus. doesn't really do that. It just goes straight in from the verse into the chorus, so
Yeah.
you don't like get a warning or you don't get a build up. So maybe that's your disconnect there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. I I miss that island flavor that my anime had. That easy laid back feeling that it had.
All right. I think Mori was more interesting, had more flavor. This seems a little more straightforward.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe except for the bridge. The bridge, I feel like Devil May ID has done a bridge very similar to that, and I'm not a big fan of that bridge. I usually don't give a
Yeah.
shit about bridges, but it's a weird thing that I'm pretty sure Devil No ID has done before, and I wasn't a fan then. I'm still not a fan now of it. Just feels out of place, feels forced.
Yeah, I don't feel it flows very well into the rap part either. That part
Yeah,
just seems, I don't know. It seems like, oh, we need to do this, so here, do it
it just
here.
sounds forced in there. It doesn't sound like it needs to be there.
Yeah.
The part
No,
that
it
goes
doesn't.
the
It's like, oh,
sound gets really like bassy, and the member, I don't know who it is, they're like bah, 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 bah. It's like 3 minutes, yeah, three and a half, minutes and 5 seconds in. It's like that rap part. I
yeah,
just don't think it
that's.
fits this song.
I think you said 3:35.
No, it's 3 minutes and 5 seconds. It's like maybe 20 seconds long. It's pointless. It doesn't need to be there, and they've done it
Yeah,
before, and I don't think it's good.
yeah. Well, that's Mia. That's she's the rapper.
Yeah, well,
And,
they should have her rap, but not do the same exact instrumental sound.
yeah, yeah. No, that it's definitely got the same styling to it. There's not a whole lot of difference in the style that she raps in.
Yeah, clearly,
So they need to work on that.
for sure. All right. Anything else on this?
No.
All right,
Let's
rate it.
see. I'll give the PV a 70. I'm gonna give it a 74. I like the PV, but I really wish they'd just done a full sized PV and actually shown the dancing more than just the whole cell phone thing. I don't like these cell phone PVs, and I don't like the 360 cell phone PVs either.
Oh, those are the
So,
worst.
the song I'll give a 76.
Yeah, I'll give the PV a 76. It's really well done, like incredibly well done, and I don't know. It to me this seems more like they're trying to go for like a viral approach. Hey, let's see if I can get some people to talk about us online because we do a really dope job of, recreating a cell phone usage in a PV or whatever, right? And
Yeah.
get some word of mouth out there. That's what it seems like. As a performance PV, it's terrible. It's not a performance PV. It's a package to make something like viral to me.
Yeah, and I don't think it was the right approach for that either.
Yeah, I mean, virally, I think it's fine if you catch the right wind. The people have to be in the mood for this and go, oh, this is really dope. I gotta share it with a million other people that I know. I don't think that really captures that
No.
kind of thing, but I think that's what they're trying to go for. Song, I'll give a 77. I think the chorus is incredibly catchy. That is basically enough to carry the song. I think that's maybe a little higher of a score than I gave Mayona Mori, but I think I like Mayona Mori more. So, but I don't remember.
Well, I
Uh,
think why they sound similar to is it sounds similar for me at least to Eve. It's
yeah, it
produced by
sounds
Teddy
closer
Lloyd.
to Eve. Yeah,
Yeah, it's produced by Teddy Lloyd, who did Eve.
yeah. Well, he arranged this one. He didn't write this one.
Well, he arranged Eve too.
I thought he wrote Eve.
Maybe both.
Yeah. That's Devil and ID Signal. Next up, goddamn, lower
Mm-hmm.
volume. The idol formerly known as LADYBABY. Song's called Pinky Pinky
Yep,
because they're pinky swearing.
they are in a zombie apocalypse. Apparently,
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know. This started out just throwing you in the deep end.
It it's nonsense in a confusing and not good way.
Yeah.
Like initially they say like, oh, Survivor 1 is Kaneko and Survivor 2 is Kuromiya. It's like, okay, I get it. It's like some sort of survival thing. They're running through a school trying to run from something. They jump off of a stack of tables and jump down and shit. And then you see like zombie looking, silhouettes in the background in some of the shots. And
Yeah.
but like the intro part is just CG pictures of plants and
Yep.
flowers. What the fuck does that mean?
It is disgustingly. I don't CG at all. Oh, good. Because they got some good locations in here.
Is it? It's
And,
just a broken down school.
well, yeah, but I mean, for the zombie apocalypse theme, it works.
Yeah, but there's like no actual zombies. You don't really see the background.
Oh, you kind of do.
Basically, the entire PV is like some shots of them climbing up, a pile of desks, and then the rest of it is just them CG'd onto like grass and plants.
Mm, yeah,
There's
mostly.
no, there's you don't actually see any enemies or whatever. It's what the fuck?
Um, there is. I thought there was one scene where you saw him like trying to rush through
But they don't do anything
the
with them.
the desks. Yeah, they make it look like you do. They do, but
But you don't. You see their hands, and they do nothing.
yeah,
They run towards them and fake swing the bat and shovel, and then it's where it
scream.
stops.
Yeah, and then you see them outside swinging, and you just see the bloody shovel and bat. So yeah, I
Fucking
mean, as far as
Osaka Shunkashuto has done way better zombie PVs than this,
yeah,
and
on
they're
a whole lot less budget.
yeah. I mean that dude is a genius. That
Yeah,
dude who produces them and does the videos and shit. That dude knows good cameras. That shit is crisp.
yeah,
This shit, I don't get it. They just wasted their money on like making this school look like shit and did nothing with it.
yeah. It looks like the Majiska Gaku in school.
Yeah. Here's the thing,
Um,
it's maybe that's what it's supposed to imply is, it's a zombie apocalypse and they're the only two that survived or something. But
yeah,
they just look like they live in their own bubble and not even in a world where zombies exist.
yeah,
They just live in a world
yeah.
where they're Adam and Eve and basically that's it. Like no zombies, no god, no apples, no
Yep.
nothing. Just the two people that has ever existed on this world in this world.
Yeah. Yep.
And I've had that
I
same complaint about Kuel. I've had that same complaint about Paspo. They just look like they live in their own bubble, and it's like, what the fuck, dude?
yeah.
Join us in the real world.
Yeah, no, I agree with you on that. And I also think it's really weird that they like react to the dude screaming. It's like the dude screams and they get air blown on him and they kind
Right,
of
right.
cringe away. And it's like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't get it.
This makes no sense because it's like the only time they do it. Despite the fact that he's screaming throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
God, just, eh.
Yep.
I do love the whole thing they play off of the relationship between the two, though. That's
That's
the
that's the
the
only
best
thing
part of
keeping
the.
Lady Baby afloat now. Like literally.
Yeah,
Not their
yeah,
music, not their PVs, it's their friendship and then their chemistry. That's literally the only thing that's anything worth mentioning in Lady Baby right now.
yeah. Well, and the fact that the management plays off of their friendship and the perceived relationship there,
Right.
whether it be true or not.
Now, to me, the direction that Lady Baby's heading in, it it basically reinforces the things that people are saying about them is that they're just a gimmick group because they had Lady Beard and they're a novelty group because they had a dude in it that had a beard and cross-dressed. And to me, now it's proven. They're doing nothing of importance to me, relevant to my fandom, now that Lady Beard is gone.
Yeah,
And it's a
yeah.
shame. It's a shame because I really like them a lot. Kaneko Rie and Kurobia Ray, fucking awesome. Awesome idols. As idols, they're fucking great. But
Yeah.
I don't understand what they're doing with them.
No, I don't either. Yeah, I'm guessing they're still under Clearstone. Yeah, yeah, they're still Clearstone because Clearstone's the one that put them together, and their outfits come from them. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
they're basically a promotion. They're a giant advertisement for Clearstone. Is what it is.
I don't think they've worn anything where I've said, "Oh, that's really cool."
Yeah, probably not, but all their outfits, I'm sure, are from Clearstone.
Yeah. Well, that's not even their strong suit, so I think their strong
I
suit
have,
is the members that they were able to bag.
yeah, yeah. No, I definitely agree that yeah, I enjoy watching them. But I don't know.
This isn't good.
Their management's really,
I'm so
yeah.
sad. I'm so sad right now.
Their management is just not working out for them.
Yeah, and clearly Lady Beard, them kicking Lady Beard out or him leaving has hurt them to me. I just don't think
Yeah,
they've done anything close to as good as anything they did as Lady Baby, not as the idol formerly known as Lady Baby.
no, no, I don't think they've done anything nearly as good. And the stuff that they did as with him, with Lady Beard, was way cornier,
Yep,
like way stupider.
right. And that's why they were labeled a gimmick novelty group, right? And management clearly doesn't know how to do anything with two very charismatic girls that would be a gem in any other idol group.
Yeah,
That's how it comes off to me.
yeah,
Let's talk about the song. To me, it sounds like a combination of pedo and Sampai Gushuin Girls. There are specific parts. Post chorus sounds like pedo pedo. There's the build up to the chorus and the pre-chorus sounds like Sampai Gushuin Girls. There's specific parts where it just looks like they just recycled it from the previous songs that they've done as the idol formerly known as Lady Baby, and it's yeah. Not catchy
Yeah.
either.
No. No. I don't know. The instrumentals in this one are overly aggressive for me. Uh, and yeah, not. I don't like this song. I don't.
Yeah.
It does for me. No, the first time I listened to this, I'm just like, I don't know what to think of this because it's yeah, I'm not liking it.
Yeah.
I think that I'm gonna stick by what I said before. I think that they need to just drop Lady Baby and put Rie in Bratz. Just
Yeah.
disband the idol formerly known as Lady Baby. Put Rie in Bratz as a second vocalist and let Bratz do its thing.
Oh God. I just thought of an incredible idea. If Rie and Ray joined Wasta, it would be the greatest idol group of all time. Just imagine
Oh
Ray and
God.
Rie and Wasta. That'd be so fucking dope.
Yeah, because Ray would be the edgy one,
Yeah. But
obviously.
she can pull off the cutesy look and be edgy. That's her thing. And Rie could do anything.
Yeah, Rie's she could do whatever she wants.
Del says no.
Lost his fear. That would. I'd watch that.
I think it would be
I'd
cool.
watch that.
That is so much personality there. Oh my God. That'd be so
I'd
cool.
watch that. Especially with like, why do I have the whole lines where they say why do I have to be a cat? Or,
Yeah, they break the fourth wall. That's Ray.
oh man,
That's a Ray
yeah,
thing, man. Why am
yeah,
I here? She can do that whole Kinoshita Momoka, I am anti-idol, but I'm an idol type of thing.
yep.
That would
Well,
be cool.
she's that way anyway.
Yeah.
She's already got the attitude. She just needs to display it.
Right. All right. Anything else on this?
No.
Rate it.
I'm gonna give the PV a like 60 because it's shot like shit, and it no. The song I'll give the song's not terrible. I'll give it a 68. No, I'll give it a 69.
Nice. I will give the PV a 60 as well. It's weird. There's like FPS loss in the CG shots. I just noticed that. It's so weird. I don't get it. I'm sure it's a technique that they're using, but it's like why? It's not interesting. And God, I don't. I'm so sad about Lady Baby right now. Um, I will give the song 67. I'll give it the same score as the Babyraids song. It's good energy, but it's not catchy at all. So that's the idol formerly known as Lady
I,
Baby. Song's called Pinky Pinky.
I, I give it a 69 for the pseudo lesbian wannabe relationship.
Well, that sums up Ria and Ray in a nutshell.
Yeah.
Oh God, that's loud. Next up, Yamamoto Sayaka of NMB48. She has a new solo album coming out already. It's only been a year. She already has a solo album. And the song's called Joker. Because nothing says Joker like making out with a clone of yourself at the end.
Is that incest?
Is it technically incest if it's a clone? I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
You'd have to talk to an incest doctor. I don't really know.
Yeah, it's a little
I'm
weird.
I'm gonna say yes because you're related by blood.
Yeah, not wrong.
So
Yeah,
she,
it's weird.
yeah, this PV's like not interesting, not like incredibly thought through. but
No.
like shot okay, weird sepia, brownish. That might be due to the setting, but so to set it up, Yamamoto Sayaka is a miniature person walking across a dining room table after some masquerade ball ate through the entire meal and just threw food everywhere. And she is playing guitar and she is walking to the middle of the table. And on the other side, a clone of herself, apparently the Joker version of herself, is walking towards her as well. And at the end, they jump off a ledge and make out with each other.
Jump off the table. As Dell says, clone sex is technically masturbation.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. So it's
yeah,
okay.
this preview's like I want to say a play on the Queen of Hearts.
Yeah, sure. I mean, what is the card at the end? It's a Joker and the
Queen of
Queen.
Hearts.
Yeah. Okay. So there you go.
Um, because well, the whole Alice in Wonderland theme kind of fits. The red Sayaka has her as a heart in her guitar
Oh,
in
does
the
she? Okay, I
body.
didn't realize that.
I just noticed it, and
Good catch.
the Joker has a uh, clock arm.
Mm-hmm.
So it kind of fits, and the whole size difference thing is another thing. You know, Alice in Wonderland.
Ah, right, right. Yeah. Oh, so is this like
It
the
just
tea party?
fits. Maybe I don't know.
Not that there's a lot of teapots or anything. It looks like it was just a straight up dinner party,
Yeah, I don't know.
and someone flipped the table without literally flipping the table
Yeah, maybe I don't know.
because it's a mess.
Um, the thing that really annoyed me about this though, and the guitar, I don't hear a guitar in the music anywhere except towards like the middle or the towards about
Hmm.
3 minutes in. I really don't notice a guitar.
I mean, if you
Other than that, I mean, there's like a bass, but I don't
violin
notice a guitar.
strings, yeah,
Yeah,
I think it's really light.
but she's playing the guitar throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, I watched a live performance of this, and she does strum chords during the verse,
Yeah,
so there is something being played there. It's just
we
really
know she
faint.
can play.
Yeah, I
That's not an
mean,
issue. It's just
not like a
you can't
professional
hear.
level, but she's okay. Yeah.
Well, she's been playing for quite a few years.
Yeah, but she doesn't play guitar professionally.
She just, yeah, I don't think she gives enough actual time to.
I don't think she does. I don't think she can just go into a recording studio and look at the music sheet and just fucking play it, like the professional studio musicians can.
Mm,
Uh,
yeah, maybe not.
I don't think she does. So clone sex is, like Dell said, you said, is technically masturbation, but does that also make you gay? Huh? Think about that. Think about
Yeah, I don't
that.
know.
Chew on that, folks.
I don't know.
Something for you to
This
think
review
about.
is way too simple.
Yeah,
What was
that's all it is basically.
what was the other one that? What was her other single?
I don't know. I only listened to her album that came out last year, and it was very underwhelming.
I thought she had another solo song.
Well, she had a whole album out last year.
Yeah.
It's probably off of that. I don't remember seeing a PV, but I wasn't
No,
looking for a PV for her last year.
the video that keeps popping in my head is Liar Mask from My America.
Yeah,
Is the PV that keeps popping in my head.
that's not this
But
at
that was
all.
way better. That was a way better PV.
I don't remember too much of that PV or the song, but I remember talking about it.
I'm pretty sure you liked the song.
maybe I don't remember,
But
but
the PV had a lot more going on in it
yeah, I
than
believe
this one.
that. I would believe that.
But it was still of the darker tone, like this one is. But
Um, so let's talk about the song then. Song is a very straightforward J-pop song. Strings, guitar, if you can hear it, and yeah, it's not a slow tempo ballad, but it is a softer kind of uh, subtle song. It's not in your face,
yeah,
and that is okay. I think this song is like surprisingly catchy. I had zero expectations going in because her album from last year was a fucking snooze fest. Put me to sleep. This song I can actually listen to and go, "Oh, this song has a hook. That's good." Like, I'm not saying this is amazing. I'm not saying this is God's work, but I think it has a good
no.
hook, and I can see myself humming and singing the song. It's catchy.
Uh, yeah, and I can't. I like the violin in it, and I like certain spots in it where she really pushes her vocals. You really puts some power behind them. But most of the time, I'm just like, it's just background noise for me.
Yeah, I I can see that, and the that's how I thought I was going to feel after listening to it. But I was surprised that I was impressed actually by it.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
funny because I feared that they're just gonna give her another boring ass nothing of a song, but this song actually has a hook that I enjoy, so I appreciate
Well,
it.
they need to give her something because she's not going to be there that much longer.
Well, that's setting her up for the solo career, right? That's the whole point. So she
Yeah,
can leave and just focus on this if she needs to.
and his, she hasn't announced her graduation yet, has she?
No, I don't think so. That I'm aware of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like the song a lot. I think it's catchy, so
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, no, that's AKB. Never mind.
Alright, anything else?
No, I got nothing on this one.
Rate it.
Um, I'm gonna give the PV like, yeah, I'm gonna give it a 60 because oh my god, is it boring? Um, the give it a 75. It's an all right song, but it doesn't really drag me into it.
I'll give the PB a 69. It's shot fairly well. It is, like you said, not interesting, so that's why it's a 69. But my Oshi bias says fucking yes, Yamamoto Sayaka, and just Yamamoto Sayaka. That's fucking great. It's not like, watching an NMB PV and having them, like, look at the members in the third row because, you have to give them something. You can't just give Yamamoto Sayaka all the lines. So,
Yeah.
yeah, as Oshi Bias says, 69 probably should be like a 65, 60. Uh, but it shot okay. So, song I'll give an 80. It's catchy. It is a very stereotypical J-pop song that's really soft and subtle. But I think the hook is there. I think it's catchy. So, yeah, it's an 80 for me. So Yamamoto Sayaka, Joker. And last but not least, I have to pull this up in a separate window here. There we go. It's Little Glee Monster. Ashitae. To tomorrow.
See, like lyrics for this are super important, but
I
I couldn't tell
is
you.
it? I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I didn't pay attention. I never pay attention to lyrics. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They could be talking
Well,
about
I was
taking a
just
dump in the
watching.
middle of the street, and I'll be okay with it.
I was just watching some of the way they act in it, and I think it's Serena, think is her name. Yeah, Serena. It looks like she's crying at one point towards the end. So I expect there's some really deep meaning to it, but I don't know what it is.
What? Crying in a sentimental song? What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that's not as common as you might think, though.
But it's not out of the ordinary to think that would happen.
Yeah, but a lot of times, especially with idol groups, you'd see that emotion clearly on
Yeah,
their
but
face.
Little Glee Monster, they kind of toy with the concept of idol groups, right? Because they're not really idols.
Yeah, yeah. I guess so. Yeah, yeah. I'm just saying.
That's probably the reason why I can't get into Little Glee Monster. It's too, what they do is too polished and too goody goody, too straightforward, no edge whatsoever. That's probably because they're not
Too
technically an idol group.
professional.
Too professional, yeah. Everything is done to like, oh, we want to, we can walk into any high school gymnasium and impress people with our vocal work. Not like, oh, we're gonna impress people because we stage dive and sing shittily and dance a weird choreography like most idols do. And my when they
uh,
first debuted, everything they did sounded like High School Musical to me, and this basically
mm,
doesn't really change that thought about it being too much of like
mm,
theater production song. It's just, hey, this is
yeah,
an emotional scene. Let's break into a song and dance, and boom, the song comes on, and it makes sense. And that's not a knock
yeah.
against them. I think that shows that they have talent, like really talented people. But
Oh, yeah.
unfortunately, idols is a visual medium as well as an audio medium. I don't feel any personality. I'm not attached to the members. I don't really like their look. Their looks don't do it for me, so can't get into them really.
What is it about their looks, though? Is it?
They look like very atypical teenage girls.
Hmm.
They don't look idolified, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, I understand that.
Whether it's giving them a unique
Interesting.
look or giving them a makeover, I just think, I don't
I
know.
think they
I
have a. I
I
think they
think
have a unique look, but
no, they don't. Come on.
well, I mean, they don't necessarily look like anybody else.
They look like every Japanese girl ever.
Well, I admit they're far more conservative than than
That's what
idol
I'm
groups in
saying. The way
general.
they
But
dress, the way they look, the way they act.
yeah,
Nothing. It's maybe I'm doing apples and oranges, and maybe I'm giving you way too extreme of an example. But there's no Momoklo or Wasta or Ebichu or
well, no,
Babyraids happening here. It's very
no,
much like, let's grab very
no.
talented normal girls and make a group out of them. That's what they did.
This is more like a Sakura Gakuin
But Sakura
or
Gakuen, they're not as good
or a
singers. They have a school
well, no,
concept.
or Ebichu. Uh, at least fashion wise.
Ebichu has outfits. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
These girls,
sometimes.
all they do is wear street clothes. I watched like 3 PVs
Yeah,
earlier.
yeah,
They're always wearing
that's
street
true.
clothes. They don't have outfits. They don't have a school concept. They don't have a singer like Ai who sounds like a fucking
No,
anime character. That's what I'm talking
no,
about. No
but
one has like a unique voice. They're all just really good singers that
mm,
doesn't have like a unique voice. Like is a good singer but has a unique voice. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Monica is probably the closest there.
They all
She's
sound the same. They all sound the same because they're all really good singers, and that's how you're supposed to sing as professional singers.
well, there's slight different. There's definitely differences in them, but I can usually pick out Monica over the rest of them. if I'm just listening to them.
Yeah, it's just well for me, it's a singing style, not so much like vocal quality.
Yeah.
It's just very
Yeah.
diva-ish, a cappella worthy kind of singing style.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah.
not into that for group related things. Why don't they
So you
just
wouldn't.
be solo artists if they're gonna sing like this? That's my thing.
So you wouldn't be into pentatonics.
I've heard of them. I don't know what that is.
It's a acapella group,
No, I would never listen to a cappella music. I
but they.
play I like instruments. I can't do music without
Well,
instruments.
it's not full. Well, it is acapella, but it's they also have a beatboxer.
Yeah, no.
Um,
There's a
but
Japanese
they do
one. The
more.
Gospelers. I would never listen to that.
Yeah, I wouldn't listen to anybody named Cospler,
Yeah,
but
but that's what they are. They're an a cappella group. They have a beatboxer that does the drum beats and everyone else is singing. That's it. There's no instruments.
yeah, but they do more modern music too.
How do you do
They,
modern music with a cappella?
I know that's a really good question, but they did,
Unless
and
they
it was
start
pretty
rapping.
freaking awesome. They did Daft Punk, and it was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I don't know about that. Um, so I mean, it's just LGM. It's not for me. So
Yeah,
that's all it is. It just they're too polished. They're too professionally done. If I wanted like professional singers, I want them to be in separate groups, be in a band. I don't know. Being in a group with like five talented singers doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't. It doesn't work
yeah.
in
No,
my head.
I can agree with that because the only girl I really care about in this whole thing is Asahi, and she gets very little lines, and her voice isn't distinct enough to tell apart
Hmm.
from the rest. So yeah, no, I can see where you're coming from on that.
I'd rather just hear each one by themselves sing their own song and
Yeah,
be in a band
yeah,
and sing for the band or something. I just think it's a waste.
yeah. No, I can agree with that.
But I can see the appeal. It just for me it's doesn't do it for me.
Yeah, I think out of the three of us, Chase is probably the one more into them
Right.
or appreciates them more for what
Hmm.
they are. Um, I honestly kind of find the songs, especially after listening to them several times, they do get really old,
I
and
think the song's catchy
I
though.
don't want to listen anymore. Yeah, it is. It's really tiring to listen to it
I think
after several times.
yeah, it's just when you listen to like for me, I listen to like auto music because each group has its own personality and sound. And to me, if I listen to this like in between like Bish and fucking TGS, it would just get lost in the shuffle. It would just be another. To me, it would sound like a B side or an album song that is a throwaway song on a TGS album. Not that there are any throwaway songs on TGS albums because TGS albums are fucking fantastic, but that's how it comes
Yeah.
off to me because every song on my playlist is packed with terrible singing or really good personality, really goofy, good like insane energy. This is too like I guess maybe mainstream. I don't want to sound like a hipster. I'm far from one, but that's
Mm,
just for me. I'd rather. I mean, even in the mainstream these days, look at Lady Gaga, Katy Perry, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce. They all have a distinct sound and personality, right? They all look different. That's
yeah.
what's great about them. Not just that because they're great singers, great music, but they have different personalities, different looks. They have a different demographic that they cater to. This,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see that.
I I'm
Uh,
not even sure I would call this mainstream. That's the thing. I consider this mainstream.
No, but I think this
Um,
caters to the mainstream because it's unobjectionable. There's nothing about it that makes you
yeah,
go, "Oh, that's weird," or "Oh, why are they wearing cute idol outfits? Oh, that's gross. Why do they look 12 and wearing a belly button shirt? Oh, gross." Like there's nothing objectionable. Like it's not weird bleeps and bloops like, some shitty idol music has. It's like really well done and very presentable. But to me, that's just too safe.
yeah, yeah. No, I can see that.
So,
They did do a few things in this. I don't know if it's just for the video or if it's for the song itself, but they did a few interesting recording tactics with this one. They actually did on-site recordings. If you listen closely, there's a few shots. One of them where they're on the bridge. Monica's actually singing live as they're recording it.
yeah, I heard
Not
like,
as
was it horns or something? Like from a car?
well. I don't know about that, but you could tell when she's facing away from the camera.
Hmm.
You can barely hear her.
Oh, right, right, right. Yeah, and then there's a truck that sorry, it wasn't horns. It was a truck that passes by, and you hear the
Yeah,
truck. So I mean, that's cool. If that's how they
and
did that, that's cool. Like recording on location, that's
yeah,
dope.
yeah. That there's I think one shot where it's raining too. You can hear the rain,
Yeah, that's cool.
which is it's different.
Yeah, that's a good
You
idea.
wouldn't expect you would not expect to see that in a PV.
Hmm.
You'd expect it to have the studio track overlaid on it, and that's it. So I enjoyed that aspect. The different methods, little something unconventional.
Yeah, no, that's cool, man. That's neat.
But
I did notice that truck. I didn't notice the rain, or the voice fading away. Oh no, you know what? I did notice the voice fading away, but I never like put two and two together. I just was like, oh, interesting. That's cool, I guess.
yeah, well, I'm sitting there watching the video, and I'm like, I wonder. I have to assume they recorded it on location, but if they didn't, that is the work on it editing to
Yeah,
make it
I mean, the
look
thing
that
is,
way.
that wouldn't surprise me that they would record it on location because they're good singers, and I would not be surprised that they can do recording quality singing outside without, a sound
Well,
booth
yeah,
or anything like that. That's totally believable. That's cool.
yeah, yeah. No, I can see that, but I would expect them to like want to have the mic quality
Right, right,
rather than a boom mic or a lapel mic or whatever.
right. Or maybe they just lip synced it and they added in the background noise. But yeah,
Maybe,
yeah. I mean, it's cool. It's cool that they did that.
maybe. Yeah, I don't know. So yeah, that was one of the things I enjoyed from the PV. Other than that, the PV is really freaking boring.
Yeah, the PV. Let's talk about the PV. Oh, did we talk about the PV? No, I don't think we did.
No, we talked about Little Glee Monster. We haven't really talked about this.
Yeah, sorry, that was me complaining about Little Glee Monster. Well, not really complaining, just why
Yeah,
I couldn't get into Little Glee Monster. I have no objections to Little Glee Monster. It's just my nitpicks that makes it hard for me to get into them. I just like
yeah,
weird stuff more. So, um, PV is just basically them singing outside in different locations, whether outside in rain, in front of a road, on a bridge, you name it. Just a very typical like cityscape singing kind of PV.
yeah.
And they do some
Lots of
interesting cuts.
mm,
They split
some, yeah,
the split the screen into like five different like horizontal sections, and it just shows like the members, like five members, and they like slide the view so each member kind of fades into view, and I thought that was pretty cool.
yeah. They do some interesting cuts, but there's really not enough there to keep your attention on it.
Yeah, I just think That one girl wearing the yellow dress, she looks like Milky.
That's Asahi.
Okay, so that's the one you like.
Yeah.
Yeah, she looks like Milky and like Ishizuka Akari mixed. And that one girl looks like
Mm,
Hoshinamide and Akimoto Monata mixed.
yeah. Which one?
I don't know the names. So anything else on
You did a
this?
pretty good job of telling me who the other one was.
She's wearing like a beige dress with a belt.
Oh, that's Monica.
Okay, well, she seems to sing a lot, but yeah, she looks
Yeah,
like
she's.
she looks like Hoshinamide and Akimoto Monatsu.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. Yeah,
And
Monica's definitely like the lead of the group.
yeah, anything else on this?
No, no.
All right,
I'm gonna give the PB a 72. It's really not interesting enough, but it's well done. The song I'll give a 78. It's a good song, but yeah, I can definitely see where it would get. Well, it does get tiring to listen to.
I'll give the PV a 70. I just wish they were doing something more interesting than looking emotional and waving their arms down like this and doing the typical I'm singing emotionally and passionately like this and my arms and hands are supposed to show that kind of thing. That's basically all they do in the PV, so that's kind of repetitive. They needed something else to do with their hands. PV song, I'll give a 77. I think it's catchy. I like the ending more, or the back end of the song. I guess it's the bridge. The PV is not a complete version; it's a short version, but they give you most of the song. But I like the bridge most of all. The chorus is pretty catchy, so that's a good thing. But I think I like the bridge the most. I think the instrumentals in the bridge were pretty cool. I like the harmony in the bridge. It sounded like an R&B song, which was cool. So yeah, that's a little Glee Monster Ashtae. And that's all the PVs we're going to talk about for tonight. But before we end the show, we're going to talk about which PV deserves to be the MVPV of the night. It's the one that we think is the best overall package. If the PV was good enough to carry the song, so be it. If the song was good enough to carry the PV, so be it as well. What is your top three?
Oh, wow.
All right, give me your top two then, if that's too much.
Um, God, I'd probably have to go with Doku Hakuin and Little Glee Monster.
Oh God, I'm trying to remember how I felt about Dokkaku. Well, my number one's Yamamoto Sayaka. That's not gonna change. It's, it's not Babyraids. It's not LADYBABY. It's either Devil No ID or Little Glee Monster. I don't remember what Dokkaku was. I remember the
That
PV.
was the food one.
Yeah, I remember. I liked the PV enough, but I don't think the song was that good.
Yeah, see, and I don't think the PV for Joker was that good.
Yeah, but I think the song was good enough. Okay,
No,
I know you're not gonna go for Yamamoto Sayaka, so I'll give up on that. Um,
I mean, I guess Sayaka and Little Glee Monster probably have the two least objectionable
yeah, for sure. If you really want to give it to,
packages.
if you want to give it to Little Glee Monster, you can give it to Little Glee Monster. I'll be okay with it. I'll find a way to live.
Hmm.
Or would you rather Zenbu Kimi no Seida win? I don't think Zenbu Kimi no Seida's Dokkaku was
Well,
a
yeah,
better song than
that's
Mudai Gasho.
Really?
Yeah, I think Murai Gasho is better. It's catchier.
Hmm. Yeah. We definitely have different ideas on what's catchier.
Yeah.
uh, I'm good with either Sayaka or Little Glee Monster, either one. I'd probably have to go with Sayaka as a third choice.
So, but Little Glee is your number one or two?
Yeah, I'd have to probably do a toss up between Sayaka and Little Glee on the top two, top one, because I could definitely see Zenbu not being. Yeah, that'd have to be number like three,
I'm
because it.
I'm not gonna push for Yamamoto Sayaka. One, because I am absolutely biased, and two, because you
Yeah,
seemingly don't enjoy that thing very much. So I'd rather just concede and give it to Little Glee
I
Monster than push to give it to Yamamoto Sayaka and make you feel like you have to give up Little Glee Monster because I'm Oshi biased.
I didn't like the PV for Sayaka. I thought the PV for Sayaka's was
Yeah, it wasn't
way.
interesting. It wasn't boring.
Yeah,
It was for me. It's
but
the
the
song that's enough for me.
yeah, Little Glee Monster wasn't that interesting either. So
Right, you're basically giving it to that PV for the song, and we're talking about the whole package here, not just the PV. So the song
yeah,
can carry it. That's not an issue. We've done it many
yeah,
times.
I'm good either way. I'm good with either one.
I'm not going to give it to Yamamoto Sayaka unless you want to give it to Yamamoto Sayaka because of my bias.
No, that's fine. That's fine. We've had a couple that I know you've completely disagreed with, so
Yeah. So are you okay?
I'm good with Sayaka. Yeah,
Will you live?
yeah, I'll live.
Okay, so you're okay with giving up on Little Glee Monster.
Yeah,
All right. So the MVP of the week goes to Yamamoto Sayaka's Joker, mostly for the song. The PV was kind of boring. So yeah,
yeah.
congratulations to her and her NMB mates. Reach out to us for a special little prize from New School Kaidan, I guess maybe. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the show. Make sure you check us out at newschoolkaidon.com. Follow us on Twitter at newschoolkaidon, me at Yoshirect, and Draco at Draco60. We stream for not Friday nights, Saturday nights around 7 p.m. Eastern Time at twitch.tv/newschoolkaidon, or if you don't want to watch it on Twitch without the music videos, you can watch it on youtube.com/newschoolkaidon. Anything else, Draco?
No.
No, that's it. And we'll see you guys next week.
Later.